Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about my Ice Shot build, and I've said that I'm gonna make a build video, and here we are. So let's talk about the gems. So first of all, Ice Shot. So we have attack speed for martial tempo for attack speed, ricochet, cold infusion, inspiration, and fork. So we are using fork in map clear, so we basically changing this for either cold penetration or glaciation in bosses. So in tornado shots, we use over abundance and mobility. Freezing mark, we are using freezing mark as our mark, and we have extra skill duration on it. The rain of arrows, this is I think the most important thing and makes this build viable, is this rain of arrows, because without the rain of arrows we couldn't play this build. We play brutality because we only need physical damage from this skill, and we use Exile, and also we are casting rain of arrows at the start of our combo, and we need so this crits. If we have higher crit chance on this, we will get higher procs on cast and crit, and then we can start our combo. We can start doing more crits earlier if we use something like this Exile. So of course we are using stun build up, and we are using soul thief. So we are using combat frenzy. Basically what this does is whenever you freeze a target, you get frenzy charges, and we are using profusion support to get 50% more chance to get an additional charge. So Herald of Ice, basically this is a clearing ability. This is only good for map clearing. It doesn't work on bosses. More area of effect, we don't need elemental ailments from Herald of Ice. So long shot, this is a good gem. Use on this one, and primal armament is good for more damage with Herald of Ice. So cast on crit, this is the fun part. So cast on crit, we are casting Eye of Winter. This basically inflict critical weakness. Critical weakness gives you base crit chance, but the fun part here is Comet. So I have added the Comet here. So this sucks your mana. So basically this is a 49 cost skill. If you start critting without your rain of arrows, you will be 0 mana. I don't use any gem to generate more energies, so you will see the video. It is more than enough. You just rain down comets. It is you crit a lot, so you don't need anything to just like anything like impetus, but you might use it. So I don't like it, whatever. And cold exposure, whenever you crit with either of these spells, you create cold exposure. Really good thing to have. And consider casting. This actually says like support spell skills that hit enemies and you cast yourself. But whenever I look at this, the damage from it is 4.3k almost. Whenever I just get this out, it's 3k average damage per use. So I think this might work on this one, so I'm not quite sure. If you don't want to use it, you can use impetus. So you will not have mana problems unless you miss your rain of arrows. So then I play Concentrate Effect, and this is a really good damage because Comet is an AoE spell. So Wind Dancer is a really good defensive ability to have, and we have Clarity here, and Blind and Pin. So that's all about the gem. So let me just talk about my gear real fast. Gear is really simple. You only need a few things to this build to work. You need high phase and high crit chance bow. Whenever you reach 45% crit with your ice shot, you are good to go. And if you have additional arrows on this is it is better, but you don't need it. So on your rings are a bit important. You need physical damage to attacks, and you can get your physical damage to attacks from your rings, from your gloves, and from your quiver. Okay, just get those physical damage to attacks. Other than that, you only need one leech as mana, leech your attack as mana, but you don't need anything specific. After those, you can get increased cold damage. It's not that important. So on your quiver, this might be, I think, the hardest ones to get. This implicit, this is a corrupted implicit. I just bought it for myself, but in that time nobody was playing this build. Now I think people are playing, so it might be a little bit harder to get this one. Other than the implicit, you can get whatever you want. As soon as you reach 35% crit, it doesn't matter whenever you're getting your crit. So of the other gear, it actually doesn't matter. So now let me just talk about my skill tree, and first I want to talk about my ascendancies. So this far shot is, I think, the most important one. You should get far shot. Do not go for point blank. Always go far shot. So, and then we get endless munitions. We get gathering range. So other than that, I've changed a little bit this. Your jewels, you can get crit chance, and bonuses from quivers is the best, but it's the most expensive one. As I said, with the ricochet, if you have 80% chain from terrain, it is good. So you can get those from your jewels. And also damage against rares is good, crit chance is good, crit damage is good, projectile speed, projectile damage. And we go, I think the most important one is this heavy frost, and this makes you freeze your target easier, and also your hits ignore elemental resistances of your frozen enemies. And whenever the enemy get frozen, you just delete it, and that's just it. Just delete the enemy and delete the boss. That's simple. And also you have hits against frozen enemies, 50% more damage against frozen enemies. It's really good. You should have blind enemies on hit with attacks. This is really good because we are an evasion build, and blind makes them less accurate. So that's all about my tree, all about my build. Thank you all for listening, and see you around, guys.